So now you can be, right now, you can be whatever you look like.
I'm a Mentat.
That's true, you are a Mentat from Dune.
I remember that April is just April, and Alice is an anime boy, and Natalie's a squirrel girl.
Mm-hmm.
But not Squirrel Girl, the superhero. She is a squirrel that happens to be a girl.
A Squirrel Earl. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You did your best. That's all we can expect of you.
I think Billboard Space is still upstate, yeah.
You know, a Squirtle's a squirting turtle, while a squirrel is... Never mind.
When I was a kid, as a kid, I genuinely thought Squirtle was a mashup of squirrel and turtle, because it had the tail. In my head, that made sense. Like, I was like, oh yeah, it's a squirrel turtle. It's got a tail. Okay.
Because it's a squirting turtle, but it's also got, like, a squirrel tail. Like, I don't know, it works on... It's multi-levels. Multiple levels to it.
Yeah. Hot take, I think Blastoise is kind of a bad evolution because it gets rid of the fluffy tail from Wartortle.
Have you seen the beta Blastoise?
Yeah, where it wasn't Blastoise.
I might have seen it once, but I don't remember it.
I believe this is a semi-accurate mock-up of it.
You know, I like Blastoise, but I also couldn't argue with the fact that if he had a big bushy tail, he'd be better. I cannot argue with that.
Oh my god, that's so much better!
Like, I do like Blastoise, but I think
Beta...
Blastoise could be his own guy.
He was!
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, they just... I don't know why they just scrapped it, and then they killed Baby Blastoise, and then Squirtle became Baby Blastoise.
They made the tail like a big wave! That's awesome!
Mm-hmm. That is really cool.
Thematic.
I'm not sure...
Wow. I do miss the cannons, but like...
I mean...
Turtle!
These are also, I believe, like, people's mock-ups of art they saw of the beta sprites.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think all they have to go on is the back sprites. They don't actually have any front
I think
sprites.
So, too.
Like, I do like... I do like the wave tail, but I also think he just looks like a bigger, buffer Wartortle. So I feel like it needs the cannons to like separate it a bit, and maybe.
Yeah, I get what they went for.
I mean,
there's some like tweaks with it, like do something with the ears, or I don't know, you could add some like spines on the shell or something. Like just like a little bit of extra. Yeah. Like you are right about the cannon like, kind of breaking up the silhouette.
Like. Charizard is basically just like a slightly bigger Charmeleon with wings. Like,
well, he also got
like
a net.
it adds the wings. But like this doesn't really add anything. It just adjusts everything.
Yeah, like Venusaur is just a bigger Ivysaur.
That's also true. They don't like. I think a nice little, a comfy visual upgrade is fine. Because there are some mid-evolutions I'm fond of that I feel get overshadowed because they're like those mid-evolutions, so you're really not going to see a whole lot of them.
And I feel exactly that way about Wartortle.
I like Wartortle.
I do like Wartortle. I feel that way about like Blaziken. I sort of like the more chickeny
Combustion.
Did you say that Venusaur was just a bigger Ivysaur? Because it's not true. Because the flowers bloom. So it's different.
The flower turns into kind of a tree, so it is a bit more different.
Yeah, but like the tails turn into a wave, and the ears turn into more different ears.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but the flower is a bigger change than like what you're describing is if Ivysaur just got like some different leaves. That's all that happened. They got bigger, and like it didn't even bloom. It just like
it didn't just get bigger. It got wider too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like both dimensions it got bigger.
Is an important addition. Like I think the cannons are an important addition, but yeah.
Anyway, welcome to episode 7 of Eidolon Shuffle. I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. Last time we left our heroes, we had just run into the masked Maze Runner, who turned out to be the second best duelist in the world, Victor Amar, who after having the card for his Eidolon torn in half, it healed into a new, more useful form, which was Wall Shadow. And now, after hiding away from the Left-Hand Society in the Shuffleverse, which was the virtual world, which is in an arcade on Shuffle Island, Victor Amar took up the persona of the Master Maze Runner, who then had to be sought out by our group of heroes at the behest of the head of the R&D department, Teddy Cashasol, who said that they would let our heroes in on some old secret information if they could bring him to justice, because he keeps circumventing their security systems and eliminating an awful lot of players in the Shuffleverse.
We're like 5 side quests deep right now.
We're a little... It's leading to... It's
a fetch quest. It's more like that, yeah, where it's like we're on the 6th step of the fetch quest.
Listen, every time we have an episode, I'm like, okay, I think we're like halfway done with Eidolon Shuffle now, and I've said that for like 3 episodes. Because I remember thinking to myself, like, I think Eidolon Shuffle will be like a little 5-session campaign. And now we're on episode 7, and I'm saying we're halfway through still.
That's pretty funny.
Every episode of Eidolon doubles, adds 2 more episodes to the end.
We're like a Hydra. We're at the Hydra of actual play streams.
We're at the point now where the Eidolon playtest show is playing a different version of Eidolon from the one we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
they're on the card one?
Yeah, they're on the tarot system. Which, when that comes out, maybe we'll do some more Eidolon with that. So, you know, I'm very interested in that as well. I got tarot cards. I knew how to read tarot cards at one point in time.
The very minor nitpick that I have about moving over to 2.0 with this game is that they're removing the move from the Virtuoso. Which is it? Hold on, I don't have a list in front of me.
Try to pull it up.
They're
Riposte.
getting rid of a move you like.
Yeah, Riposte, which is like
really?
the April move, but I kind of understand.
That's a shame. Anyway, I guess we can... Oh yeah, so then, once everyone realized who was who, Alice and Victor remembered, like, hey, we're like 2 and 3 on the leaderboards. We're gonna have to duel eventually, because this is a tournament arc, and they're gonna make us fight eventually. So we might as well have a cool duel on motorcycles and horses in the Shuffleverse. And that's where we're starting out.
Card games on horse-cycles.
Odd games on horse-cycles.
Which, riding horses and riding motorcycles are both things that have been done in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Show. So we're, like, not that far off. But I don't know if they've ever done both at the same time. I think maybe in the same episode.
They did it in the 5Ds manga.
Great.
That is so... I remember you showing that to me. It was so good.
So when they're doing both at the same time, are they riding horses that are riding motorcycles?
No, one guy's just riding a horse, and the horse is very fast, I guess. He's also like a death knight. He's a skeleton man.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What are those duels? I gotcha.
Alright. Which means that we're probably going to be sort of just going right into combat, because I love my big, extravagant duels, and this will be a close one. We're going to have the sort of thing of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode where Alice and Victor are going to be going at it full force, and of course, everyone's friends will be there to cheer them on and have internal monologues about, like, what are they thinking? That card, they forgot to change their card to defense position or something like that. I've been watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's crazy how many times that particular thing happens.
I mean, I've done it.
Okay.
Ava, I've
We're all
forgotten
about
everything about this duel system that we wrote.
It's, you know, I read it over again. It's pretty simple. It's just like...
Yeah, we did basically just make corollaries to all of the basic moves in the game.
Yeah, it's just like, here's the moves recontextualized to work with a health system that is related to a deck as opposed to your U. And also, I gotta go find the character keeper.
Yeah, I already put some life points and deck points on Alice's sheet. I can help manage that.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. Because the default... What is it? Oh.
Well, yeah, I was just about to ask what the default points are for starting.
Are you playing?
Jewel.
I don't remember. Is it just Alice?
Well, I just want to know for the future.
Oh, 3.
Yep.
3, okay.
But then you get to... If you're playing like a 2v2, like a tag team duel or whatever, then you increase both those values by the highest tie between those two players. For each of them. So if you've got a better bond, you get more life points when you duel, which is in the rules.
No judgment on how well it works. It's in the rules.
If you break... It's like the judge is like, okay,
I'm just gonna say...
describe your friendship on a scale of 1 to 3. And whoever says the higher number, you get that many bonus life points.
I was gonna say, I'm just glad I'm not playing the duel today.
Alright. Alice, you...
Yes.
So I'm thinking, okay, here's the scene. Since we're in like a dystopian cyberpunk city, there is like a big, just like, highway system that like goes up and around in crazy circles and loops and shit that like definitely doesn't make any practical sense, but is designed to like be exciting when you're going down. And like at some point the highway all sort of comes back around together, so it makes like a it makes a closed circuit. You can still like go off of it on off ramps, but there's like a pretty clear way to like go around it forever if you were going to like, I don't know, race and play a card game at the same time.
I think it's because I just played Sonic Adventure, but I'm thinking of Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure.
Oh, actually, you know what? I realized the music I have to put on for this, which is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Kart Racer game.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of some Mario Kart levels that are kind of circles but have like shortcuts.
Well, I was thinking because like I run a Speed Highway because she was saying like it's a city with like a highway above it that doesn't make any sense, which is what Speed Highway is. Mm-hmm.
This horse gonna go through a loop-de-loop.
Yeah. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Wheelie Breakers. Alright, Alice. What does it look like as you ride Bossa Nova horse form up to the starting line?
I think I have Alice has an intense expression on her face, and she's not really saying anything. She's just slowly trotting up to the starting line.
There's like a doom sound effect when you see her face. Does Bossa Nova have a serious face?
Yeah.
Furrowed horse brow.
Yeah. And then we hear like the as Victor Amar has like a digistructed virtual motorcycle coming up to the starting line as well. And I think he has to probably just have like a straight up dual disc, because I don't know how else you would do that on a motorcycle. Maybe I almost like the idea that there's like a TV tray on the front end of his motorcycle.
In 5Ds, they don't have a dual disc. It's part of the bike.
That's right. It has like an arm on it.
So, like...
But I like the idea of Victor sort of having a slightly more classic motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like a real biker.
With just like essentially a tray sticking out of it to put his car
yeah.
on. That's good.
I believe that all of us are up in the stands, like, I guess, waving some kind of, like, Alice, I guess flags or something that materialize before the duel starts.
I definitely...
Yeah, we're in a digital world, they could just digistruct this shit, yeah.
Yeah, what happens is, like,
a big banner.
There's, like, a little, as the racers line up, there's, like, a little, like a little square sort of forms in, like, floating in the air in front of you that's, like, not like a solid square, but like a designated area where it's like audience members step here, and when you like walk into it, it teleports you like on top of a nearby skyscraper, and then but like on each of the skyscrapers that encircle this big stretch of highway are now like pews full of digital people who are all cheering like in a repeat like just the same cheering animation over and over again. Just like, yeah!
Is there also like a Jumbotron showing like the duelists closer?
Yeah, there's like a close-up cam that's like zooming in and out. There's like probably like an announcer who's like repeating lines and just like, who's ready to race? The shufflers are getting ready. Alice, Victor Amar definitely like looks over at you. Or I think actually like before they like park their bike and they walk over for a handshake.
All right, I'll give him a handshake.
It's like Victor Amar's like, Alice.
Will you do it from atop your horse or like?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
I will.
So he's like looking. He's looking up at you. I think Victor Amar is decently tall. I mean, he's not horse height, but
I am looking down at him.
Yeah. 1 second. This 5D song sort of rules.
It was just jamming out.
And he's like, Alice, you're a great shuffler, and I'm really, honest to God, I don't think I've ever been as excited for a match as I am right now. And also, this motorcycle's pretty cool. And I think he gives Bossa Nova a sugar cube. Like he had some in his pocket. And he's like, and here's something for you, Bossa Nova. He pets the horse on the head.
I think Alice was kind of staring at him seriously, but she does smile at that.
And then there's like just like a digital construction. I keep saying it's like digital in the sense that like obviously this is a video game, so it could look as real as anything else, but I like the idea that even in a video game, all of these racing features still sort of seem like holograms.
They're kind of like voxels.
Yeah, even though they could look like anything, but they still look video gamey. And it's just like
I was just thinking it's really funny if it's just like rendered with like worse graphics, so it looks like a Dreamcast like graphic thing.
And there's just like there's a stoplight that counts down like the do do do, and then it's like time to gun it. And now we're going to roll to. What is the move called? It's time to duel.
It's time to duel.
Which is, you're going to choose either Genius or Biz. Genius being like, are you smart and playing smart? Or Biz is, I'm going with hard the cards here.
Well, my Biz is -1, so I'm going with Jen.
Yeah. Alice seems like a genius dueler as well, anyway.
Oh yeah, she definitely like thinks about her strategies and stuff.
And then on a 7...
Alright, that's a 7.
Yeah, which means you'll be able to choose one of the following. You get one of your best cards out on the field on the first turn, which means you get to play one of your buddy cards, which is basically just like a stand-in for like one of your favorite cards, and that'll give you +1 to scrap and bombard when you're using that card, and lets you get one of those moves off once for free. Or you quickly prepare a solid defense. Your opponent will not be able to damage your life points or affect you until your next turn. Or you mulligan for a very good hand. You get 1 shuffle point, which shuffle points are spent for bonuses, and also if you get 5 shuffle points, that's Exodia rules, you win instantly. Or you get to gain 1 hold, and when an outside force would try to deduce your strategies, spy on your cards, or cheat, you can spend the hold to prevent them from doing that. So those 4, buddy card, defense, shuffle point, or don't cheat.
I think I'm going to, I draw my first card and I play it, and it's Dense Jungle, which protects my cards from attacks.
I also just like this idea of like, all of a sudden, along this highway is now just like as you are going, a dense jungle is growing up ahead of you, and the announcer's like, "Oh no, Alice just played dense jungle. Victor's gonna have a hard time getting his attacks through that."
Be careful, Victor! Natalie screams.
Alright. Now, Victor won't be able to get through that on the first turn, but he, in order to make this field just totally uncomfortably navigable, Victor takes out a card, and he's like, I think you'll be familiar with this one. And he summons Labyrinth Wall. And now, all of a sudden, the highway is not just a jungle, but also a labyrinth. So not only are you, like, dodging through trees, you also have to follow the path of this labyrinth. And
like the trees kind of widen and like connect to each other to create walls.
Damn.
Yeah, I think they're incorporating together.
It's a good thing that Alice on a horse, and as we all know, horses don't run into trees. Thank you, Shigeru Miyamoto. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was like E3, and he was talking about Breath of the Wild, and he's like, the horses don't run into trees like real horses.
I suppose a horse probably wouldn't do that, because they can do whatever they want, and I think if you tried to make it run to a tree, they'd say no.
Yeah, for sure.
I like the idea that, like, that's something Alice would say, like, I don't have to worry about dense jungle, because I'm riding a horse. You're riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's why Natalie said be careful, Victor, not be careful Alice, because she knew Alice would be fine.
Alright. Alice, it is now your move as you go through a jungle labyrinth. Oh, actually, I guess there's one other thing that I think is sort of a given with this wall, but is going. I should probably also say, as you're going through the labyrinth, you realize that you can see, even though he's on the opposite side, you see the shadow of Victor Amar going like flat alongside the labyrinth wall with you, like keeping an eye at you. And every once in a while, you'll actually see like a little red glowing eye like come out of the shadow, and you realize that you are like looking at Victor Amar has like played wall shadow into the labyrinth wall and is like getting ready to attack you.
Okay, I am going to play Venom Curtain, which will let my snake monsters spit venom at his attack and like create a wall between me and the fist.
Alright, so that sounds like that might be either like... So is that like the idea is just like you are blocking an attack you are anticipating from wall shadow?
Yes.
Okay, so I think that would be right into my trap, which would mean we'll reveal your master plan. So like we're imagining that like Victor Amar is like thinks you left yourself open, like I got through the jungle, so now I'm gonna go for the attack. And as wall shadow like reaches out with a shadowy claw to try to get you, you're like not so fast and play Venomous Curtain. So roll 2d6 plus a genius. And also you're gonna have to spend 1 deck point to make that move.
Okay, well that is 3.
Dang, do you wanna push that?
Damn.
Yeah, might as well. Alright, that is an 8. That's way better.
Alright.
Way better. You added a whole, like, another... You finished the lines in the 3 to become an 8.
Yeah, so you can say you either interrupt an attack, which would make sense as well, or also you can say you gain 1 shuffle point. You could turn the card against them, or you could have your card actually be like the summon for another card and put a buddy card out on the field.
I guess I'll just interrupt an opponent's attack.
What about what if I could say turn the card against them?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because then that would also interrupt the attack, and I think that would make sense here.
Yeah, it's like poison, so it hurts them.
Mm-hmm. You also like, is Venomous Curtain like a real Yu-Gi-Oh card you're going off of?
No, I just.
Or is that just the name? Okay, gotcha. I just wanted to make sure I wanted to be clear that like you can come up with whatever you want, because like that's on Yu-Gi-Oh they were bullshitting the rules on those cards too, so we're 100% within our right to do so. But yeah, so how do you think...
Yeah, Kazuki Takahashi was not looking at the card game and figuring out how to do it. He was just making shit up.
Cool. So how do you think you turn the opponent's cards against Victor?
Well, I think like would the wall shadow attack physically?
It's like a mixed sort of physical magic attack where it's like you could probably physically stop it or redirect it, but it's gonna like hurt your soul thinking, more so maybe.
Like it's a venomous curtain, so like as soon as it tries to attack me, it gets hit by the venom and like takes a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. I think also like the way I sort of like turn the opponent's cards against them is like you can sort of actively turn something they have on the field into a disadvantage. So maybe there's also something with like the labyrinth wall is actually you could turn that into a detriment against Victor.
Oh, maybe since like I poisoned the monster that was fused with the labyrinth wall.
Mm-hmm.
It also starts dissolving that, or like bad stuff
the wall starts like crumbling or something.
Yeah, like because like the poison gets into Wall Shadow and it hurts him, and then you realize that because the Wall Shadow and Labyrinth Wall are like one, and also because Wall Shadow is Victor's Eidolon, it sort of is hurting him too and messing up his focus. It makes it to like the point where like it's not immediate, but you can see that like, oh, this labyrinth wall is starting to crumble because of the corrosive properties of it. And eventually now it's just like, after driving around for a lap, now it's just like, oh, these are the ruins of Labyrinth Wall hidden amongst this jungle. And now I think that means that Victor Amar is going to have to take a turn to recover. And so now you can go again. I think, actually, I guess I could probably dictate if they do anything in particular to sort of warm up their fields. I think they probably while he's recovering, he probably puts out like a little burner monster. I'm thinking he has like some ninja cards. I have this in my head. So he puts out like an armed ninja or something in defense mode. But now basically it's your field.
Alright, I summon White Snake Witch Mint, and then I play a magic card. Cool. That's from Vanguard.
Gotcha.
And then I play a magic card, Serpent Rain, where it just rains serpents down on a monster and attacks them.
Gotcha. That sounds like a bombard, because it's like a spell that's like dealing the damage to them.
Yeah.
So roll 2d6 plus Ellie and spend a deck point.
Okay, 1 point, and 7 plus 2, 9.
Nice. Yeah, after that push, we're doing pretty good. And then let me see because that means we're picking. Oh, I have so many windows open right now. Is that just one on the table still? Is that 2? Bar, there it is. Yeah, you choose one of the following. So, you get to your spell will either the card you played of Venomous Rain is going to either cause some collateral damage, or the card was very costly to play and it's going to make it so you get -1 ongoing to further bombards until you spend a deck point to refresh those resources, or you leave yourself unprotected and you cannot use traps or counters until the end of your next turn.
I think I'll cause collateral damage.
Okay. I think what it is like the snakes are so venomous that maybe it's just so much snakes, like it's just a big mound of snakes.
Yeah, I was thinking there's just way too many snakes.
And all of a sudden there is like a track change where there is like it breaks the highway, and now you are on I guess there's just like another perfect circuit rung of highways underneath this one, and the announcer definitely says like, whoa, Serpent Rain just broke them down onto the next track. And so now it is like a new track, like clean field. And so you don't have your dense jungle benefiting you anymore. But now it's just like you and Victor on a new clean track. I think he's still, well, I guess I'd say Serpent Rain probably got rid of the armed ninja, but now it's sort of like you're not getting your field advantage anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Victor Amar says, it's like, all right, Alice, you've put up a pretty good fight so far, but now, are you ready to face my Strike Ninja? And plays, this is a real Yu-Gi-Oh card, actually, let me just get the picture of this guy up. He's cool, I like Strike Ninja, he's from Dungeon Dice Monsters. Which I think maybe...
Fuck yeah.
I think that even actually does... I'm gonna say it is the Dungeon Dice Monsters version of Strike Ninja. So it, like, actually, like, goes out in a little die, which is, like, rolling really fast in the field in front of you. And then, like, opens up, and this cool star on his head ninja is standing there with, like, a kunai ready to attack. Actually, I think it's... They can just go right away. I think immediately Strike Ninja with its speed goes in and gets your white snake witch for an attack, and just unless you want to like spend a deck point to counteract with a trap, I think the Strike Ninja is gonna get white snake witch.
Okay, yeah, that's probably what happens.
Yeah. All right. Now it's your move.
Is there any way to get tech points back?
If you don't have, there are some moves that let you get deck points. For the most part, though, once you're out of deck points, you can still keep playing your cards, but it means you're going to be rolling with Biz, because it's going to be like your top decking at that point.
Yeah, see, that's very bad for me.
I can't remember. There's some ways... If you want to, if you try to get a buddy card out, either with, like, if you get right into my trap with an opponent, you could summon a buddy card, and then those can act once without, also spending a deck point, so those are a little more efficient that way. Or you could also fetch to get shuffle points to spend for a buddy card, or you can just start top decking and go for the biz rolls.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, up to you now.
Okay, so he's got a Strike Ninja, and I do not.
And yeah, your field's empty, which, you know, that can change very quickly. It can be however your turn wants to go, depending on the roll.
Yeah, I think I'm going to summon a 3-headed Zemea and then play Uncurl the Snake to multiply it into to turn into a 6-headed Zemea.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then I'll just fucking attack, I guess.
All right, yeah, that sounds like a scrap.
Okay. Ooh, Snake Eyes.
Oh no. Then I actually have to... That means that you're gonna get hit in return, actually, so... Let me see... that's probably just like a loss of a life point then.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, because I think what it probably is like, you go in for the attack, and then it's like... Strike Ninja has like an ability where it can like discard or it can like banish cards from the graveyard to not take damage on an attack. And I think Victor Amar's just like, you should have been paying closer attention to my graveyard, because once I banish these 2 cards, Strike Ninja is going to be invulnerable in battle, and then uses that opportunity to just beat the head out of your beat the heads off your 6-headed Zemea, and then that causes you to lose a life point from the altercation.
Yeah. Oof. I'll take 1 hit, but I'll take you down.
Mm-hmm.
All of Victor Amar's, like, I guess teenage, like, hanger-ons up in the stands with us?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would totally make sense. They're, like, on the stands next to you, like, yeah, Victor, get Alice! Show her why you're number 2 and why she's number 3!
They don't even believe in him enough to think that he's going to be number one.
You can come in second on this one. And then, and I think you start to get the. I think people in the stands sort of start to notice that there is something sort of changing about the playfield right now or something. Does anyone want to give anyone up who's not currently in a duel? Anyone want to give me an investigate?
I can do that.
Can I while June does an investigate, can I instead do a tragedy undertow?
That also works, yeah.
Well, I'll let you do that then.
Also, does anyone have any in the Bleachers plot lines you want to bring up, or any little comedic scenes we think we'd want to cut to, or such? Because y'all are in this episode too.
I mean, I imagine Yosef is like always. Every time you cut to Yosef, it's with a different like bit of food. Like has a hot dog in one shot, has like popcorn in another.
Yosef,
cartoonishly large pretzel in another.
Absolutely, just like
yeah, I endorse this.
Like there's like a holographic Barker who has holographic food for the holographic patrons, and Yosef just like keeps taking from out of the tray.
I feel like Natalie's been having like she's been cheering a lot for just like kind of like both of them because like it's one of her old friends and her new friend, and she doesn't know how to handle this.
So you have like both flags in your hands. Like
yeah, one flag is Alice, and the other one's a Victor, and then also her body pillow has taped to it a flag on each side. But I rolled a 13, I believe. I have a +2 biz, right, Cass?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I rolled an 11 +2.
Yeah, so that's definitely enough for me to say, like, you sort of get, like, you know how, like, if you're an administrator in a server, you can see when someone just logged in.
Oh, shit. Sorry, cat scratch.
Oh, shit.
I thought you figured out, like, there was a plot thing that you figured out.
Oh, no, I'm too stupid. Ow, he got me in this. Oh,
no, I'm imagining.
Thought he's already scratched before.
Oh, no! I'm imagining Yosef just be like, oh, no, is it? And then we all, like, look over him like he's gonna say something, like big about the match. Be like, no, I just got some chili on my shirt.
Or it's like in the real world, in his VR chair, like a cat just like walked across his chest or something.
Fuck, damn, you got me good. Shit.
Yeah, Yosef
I'm sorry,
his like
fine.
moves his
It was my
down.
fault. I was trying. I got under his paws. He was stretching out, and also I need to clip his paws.
Aww.
Okay. Anyway,
Very
sorry for the interruption.
No, it's fine.
Going.
Advance your damage track.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
It's like,
right.
but anyway, Natalie, you sort of get the sense of like feels like there's at least one more Eidolon here than there was before. But you also sort of feel like before there was almost like a hint of that undertow flow that would like move like an air current across the Shuffleverse. Now that flow is sort of stagnant. Now it almost feels like someone just closed the window to this room.
Okay, so I feel another presence, but also I feel like everything's got stagnant.
Yeah. Like something climbed in through a window and then shut it behind them.
Very specific.
I imagine, like, you know, like in the scene, Natalie's kind of like she's doing her cheering, but then she just kind of gets like a, you know, one of those like flashes, and she's like ah, and she kind of goes up like right up to the like edge of where like the we said we're on a building, but are we still like this is like a railing?
Yeah, I'd say there's probably a railing or a fence.
So she goes to the
stands, so,
but you know, you're like a video game character, so you can probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, she goes up to like the stands and kind of goes over, and she's like, Victor, Alice, there's someone else up there with you.
I think what? What's going on?
There's some kind of Eidolon presence there, a third one that isn't Alice or Victor, and it's making the energy in here stagnant. Like it's, I don't know, like it's it's just got a really bad vibes.
What did you feel?
Yeah, like just the air had gone stagnant and dry and lifeless.
April's going to think for a bit, and is it possible to just log out?
Yeah, you can leave. I think so.
You can just leave.
I don't think there's any reason why you wouldn't. I think
the brick.
April's going to just like log out of this game and look around in the real world.
Is that more like in the intent of like you're gonna peek out in the real world and then go back?
Because maybe I misinterpreted what you were saying, but it sounded like something might have happened in the real world.
Yeah, you take a peek outside of your VR helmet, and everything in the arcade is normal. Everything in the arcade seems fine. Actually, yes, give me an investigate check.
I can do that. That is a 9 flat.
Okay. It seems like there's fewer people in here than when you came in, but there definitely doesn't seem to be anything like peculiar up.
Like, I guess I might as well ask a question.
Yeah.
If I didn't close my basic moves, what happened here recently?
What happened here recently?
So, like, if there are less people, is that because people are, like, leaving the island, or is there something else going on?
I think some people probably, I think you get, like, people left because, like, Victor beat them in the game, and then they got out of the game and realized, like, oh wait, fuck, we just got reduced to 1 life, now I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm leaving. I'm trying to think if there's anything, but I sort of already gave you the sense of that last time. I'm trying to think if there's anything a little fresher than that. A little more hot on the trail.
Okay. I mean, I can just go back into VR.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, we'll go back into VR for now. I think that's just the main thing that you notice. Mainly, okay. It's like, yeah, it is like, it isn't too... I'll say, you get the sense that if Natalie was picking up on something, it isn't the airflow of the physical room you're in.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna log back in.
Right.
And, okay, I was just checking to make sure that our physical bodies were okay, but everything seems good out there.
That's good.
And I think if we're ready, we will jump back down into the playing field with Alice and Victor. And now, after taking a little bit of beating with the Strike Ninja, I think I'm gonna say it's Alice's turn again. I think technically Victor would have been able to get another hit in, but I don't want to quite be that mean. I think the Strike Ninja altercation was enough of his turn.
Alright, I will create a defensive wall using the magic card Hidden Hatchery, which lets me summon, like 3 weak snake monsters.
I think we can say, yeah, if you're just like sort of like setting up the field like that, we can just say you just do that.
Yeah, I got like a snipe snake, I got another 3-headed Zamea, I got a fucking Venom Buddy.
Third snake Venom Buddy.
That's like a little cartoon guy.
And then I think you can still make a move in addition to that, because that's sort of just like setting up your playing fields, like flavor wise.
Oh yeah.
Okay, like yeah.
Does
she need to use deck points though? Like
no, if she doesn't have deck points, she'll just roll with Biz instead of the usual modifier for the move.
You need to believe in the heart of the cards, which means you roll Biz.
All right, Venom Buddy, shoot shoot the strike ninja with a venom arrow.
I think in the logic
So
of the
Venom
game,
a snake, or is he shoot snakes out of his bow?
The arrow. Venom Buddy is a bow.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Gotcha.
He's got like a string attached from his head to his tail.
I'm just okay. So he's a snake, but he's also a bow. Because I was thinking Clippy for a second there, bow.
all right. So you'll be rolling 2d6 plus biz, because it's like the idea is like you're just rolling. You're not rolling. You're just drawing like the card that will make that arrow stronger if you succeed.
Yeah.
But also, once per duel, if you want, when you believe in the heart of the cards, which is rolling plus biz, you can have your friends help you on the roll, because they're all putting their hands together and believing in your draw strength so hard.
How much can they help me with?
It will be to roll to help.
Okay, so that'll just be a +1.
Yeah, so someone else can roll 2d6 plus tie.
I think that we could probably just, it's like,
Or could maybe just add their tie.
well, I was gonna say it could just be, Natalie, because she was calling out to warn them
That
about,
would make sense,
like,
yeah.
an Eidolon, coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to like roll to assist, or
Yeah,
like...
it's roll 2d6 plus your tie with Alice. Or your tie with...
Okay.
I guess you're helping Alice, so it would be 2 plus 2 plus Alice.
Okay, I got. What's my tie with you, Alice?
2.
Yeah, so 2d6 plus 2.
2.
Yeah, I rolled 2. Okay, so
Okay.
that would be 11. Oh wait, no, sorry. 7 plus 2, 9.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that means that Alice is going to add +1 to this roll in addition to her biz.
I got a 3.
Okay, so I think that means...
Seems like you're kind of fucked in the system if you don't have high biz.
Yeah, you do sort of have to roll a bit lucky early on while setting up.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
and I think that's
what
gonna...
happens?
Yeah, So that's probably going to be that just, like, Victor Amar has, like, a trap card on the field that, like... I'm trying to think if there's any flavor I could add to this where it's like... Oh, they have, like, a card that's called, like, Ninja Arrow Catcher, where Armed Ninja grabs the poison arrow out of the air and then can, like, put the arrow card in their hand, and then next turn he plays that and then, like, hits you back with your own arrow, and then you lose 1 life point.
Okay, so I'm down 1 life point.
You're down to 1.
Does not look good for Alice.
No.
All right, but now it's your move again. Things are on the ropes.
Okay. Is there any way I can just summon a buddy card?
I'm trying to think if we had something like that. I don't think there is.
I think I'm trying to remember.
You had to spend, if you had 2 shuffle points, you spent that to play a buddy card.
Also, the reveal your master plan move
Also
lets
had a
you
buddy
put a buddy card on
card.
the field.
Yeah. Which,
Like,
yeah.
I think that we could have done a lot better with this system, but it's also like we didn't really test it out that much.
This is also... I mean, I think, like, it's totally valid that Alice could lose. I think that's, you know, fair. I think, like, obviously, it's
True.
also just the thing of, like...
Mm-hmm.
It was also, like, designed to be played sort of quickly. Like, I think the idea of, like, there's only, like, a small number of deck points because I want it to be, like, if you don't win efficiently, I don't want it to drag too much.
Yeah,
but yeah,
my idea for the system was just like take the like Calvin Ball version we were playing and just add a couple of limitations to it so it doesn't keep going on forever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like these rules. I like them, but there's just like there's blind spots in them because they aren't like play tested a whole lot. It would be sort of nice if there was like some way to turn your personal resources into something like a buddy card, I think. Because like that is sort of like maybe I wonder if that should almost be like you just get a buddy card no matter what when you time to duel. And then that's just like something you get, because that just feels like a very effective choice.
We can talk about this later.
But yeah, it's. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say shit. Okay, it's your move.
Okay, well, also it keeps being my turn, so I can't use right into my trap.
Well, you can say I'm gonna set up a trap, and then we go to Victor's turn. That would how that works, because I don't like taking turns as the DM. But yeah, so if you want to say, I'm setting up a trap, I'll go to Victor's turn and tell you what he does, and then you can say right into my trap.
Okay, yeah, I'm setting up a trap.
Alright. Okay, so yeah, Victor Amar, after playing the Poison Arrow, is just going to go in for an attack with Strike Ninja, and he's going to be like, alright, let's finish this.
Ah, you fell right into my trap.
Alright, roll 2d6 plus biz.
Well, I got a 3.
You wanna you've already pushed yourself, yeah.
Yep.
You're gonna level up and get kicked out of a tournament, but also level up.
What is your it is just it's just -1. That is still pretty unlucky.
Yeah, I had really bad luck.
Okay.
Okay, I guess Alice
Something
is
happens.
at the tournament.
No. Something happens, actually, and I planned this. As I think what happens is all of a sudden, as I want you to tell me what was that like? What do you think that trap card you were gonna play was gonna be? Well, like, what do you think that would do?
I was going to summon my buddy card.
Okay, yeah, that would have been like, this card is called Blank Ritual and lets me summon this or something.
Yeah, summoning something from the graveyard, which is like
one
of the reasons why we put that option in there.
Mm-hmm. And then, but as I think the thing that like actually interrupts it is all of a sudden, before Strike Ninja can hit you, you hear just like something sort of like being deployed nearby, and all of a sudden Bossa Nova the horse is running directly into like what looks like a glowing cybernetic net.
Oh no.
And it is taking up the whole road. It is going to get Victor Amar as well. And everyone up in the piers, you see this as well.
Oh, we should go down there and help.
I'm gonna try to use Trap Hole to take us there.
That sounds great. I think I will say yes, because I don't want to have to say that you take the stairs instead. I think you can be there. I think that's allowed.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Now he just like creates a hole underneath us, and we all drop down into like onto the road.
Somehow.
Victor Amar does definitely an Akira slide into the wall, just like, oh shit, and all like barely runs into it. His cards are scattered everywhere, and then just overhead, descending slowly from the sky, you see what looks like a big metal dragon with like thruster jets on its wings, and
sick.
on its
here.
And there's like a lady in a big like a what sort of looks like a lab coat, but like so starchy it looks cool and angular. with like long flowing red hair, standing on its shoulders, descending from the sky, and she just looks down and says like, "Ah, I think I found our little rule breaker. Are you gonna come easily, or are you gonna make this difficult?" And she's just like staring down at Victor Omar, and he's like,
"Oh no!"
He's frazzled from like the impact with the wall. Even though he like managed to like keep it from hurting him, he's still looking like he's sort of stunned. And this girl on the dragon, who I will say it's Cinder Tesset. You recognize her from the elevator hologram. She looks down at all of you and she's just like, "Thanks for helping me corral this troublemaker. Now stand aside and let the law do its business."
Absolutely. Take him away.
Well, what's gonna happen to him?
What rule did he break?
This player shows a incredible disregard for the rule structures I have set up here in this world. Sorry, my brain went for a second. Me, Ava.
That's fine.
Basically, he's just doing a lot of wall hacks.
Yeah, he's been wall hacking and just breaking boundaries.
I'm thinking of my portal and sweating.
This
but
player.
It's just been like the rules of the simulation rather than like the rules of games.
Yeah,
right?
This is like Cinder is like, the rules of this world are just as fundamental as the laws of nature that govern the one that we wake in. And I will not have anyone defiling this that I have made.
Oh my god.
Not to mention the sort of danger your powers pose here. And then just this cybernetic dragon is like coming down slowly onto Victor, and he's like getting up onto his feet, and he has like the card for Wall Shadow in his hands, and he's getting ready to move. And then just all of a sudden Cinder's just like, no, don't try that. And just like a cage of these like cybernetic walls that look like glowing blue nets is what I'm thinking. Like, I'm trying to think of like, I can imagine exactly what this looks like in a video game, but I'm trying to think of what the example is. But you get the idea. Like a translucent fishing line that's illuminated.
Yeah.
Just like a cage of that has like sprung up around Victor.
Data cage. Yeah.
Alice is half angry that the duel got interrupted and half relieved that she didn't lose, but also angry at herself for feeling like that.
Natalie's very concerned for Victor. She hopes nothing too bad happens to him, and she's debating trying to help him.
Alice is also debating trying to help him.
I did ask her what she was going to do with him earlier. I don't know if she answered that or...
Well, he'll be banned, and I suppose that I am going to be bringing him in for some questions, and I'm going to be telling the head of affairs here that we have a rule breaker on the island, and I am going to make it my personal responsibility to see to it that he is removed forthwith, and responsibly so.
Whoa,
Actually...
Hold on a second here. Hold on a second.
Okay.
You're gonna get him for being a rule breaker? You just broke rule number 1. You just broke rule number 1.
Well,
no snitching.
I
can't believe this.
Cinder laughs at that. She is like, rules. Listen. In this world, rule is law, and I made those laws.
Oh my god!
But he did nothing. He wasn't breaking any rules in the game that we were playing just now. He's been following the rules of the game. It's just his Eidolon is giving him the ability to like bend stuff. You know, he's not breaking anything.
Oh,
and plus, was that even in the EULA?
Shuffles. Sorry. The concerns of Shuffle and any rules related to that matter aren't my concern. I have a kingdom to oversee.
Well, then why are you going to tell Primrose about rule breaking?
Why would I let him remain on this
island?
island?
Ban him, like, because he didn't break any of the card game rules. It's and didn't even know he was doing anything wrong. He was just using his Eidolon. I use my Eidolon to portal over here.
Well, great. Now you're gonna get banned too.
Fine. I don't care if I'm banned from this stupid game.
I'd like to see her try to ban us.
Cinder like pulls up like what looks like some sort of like a little holographic log of something and is scrolling through it, and then she closes it and she says, "I haven't detected that you have entered any restricted areas. I don't have any problems with you. Let me just take in this young man, and I suppose that maybe I will see to that Teddy hears about this. Maybe I think you have a deal with him."
Yeah. I didn't know it was Victor at the time, though.
Let me just take him in. And isn't that a job well done for you?
Job we do is well done. Thank you very much. And
Natalie's having a panic attack.
all right. Everybody, quick.
Alice gathers herself and just steps up and just yells, "We were in the middle of a duel."
I think Cinder sort of does a little chuckle, and it's like, those little meat space games are a concession to the success of my kingdom.
Fucking nerd.
I don't know about the rest of y'all. I'm tired of sysadmins that get a head way too big for themselves. You know what? You should activate big head mode for yourself.
I'm tired of sysadmins as well.
Nothing will change because you got a big ass head.
I think okay. There is you are being
so freaking tough, but you know what? Come on. I'm not scared of your big robot dragon thing. I've seen like a dozen of those. Your little Eidolon's just a knockoff Valtrax. So I don't know what the hell you think you are.
Yosef,
This ain't Monster Hunter.
Yosef, a box appears around your head, like perfectly encapsulating it.
You've been muted.
And then also sort of starts to squeeze down on you.
Oh god, it hurts.
You do feel you are your avatar is taking damage. You hear the Minecraft ooh 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 noise.
Oh, this stinks. Oh wait, no. Oh wait,
I'm trying to help him get off his.
I want to activate transmission gear. And then I wanna do paper mode to try and get the box off.
All right, I think that's a freebie. You can just do that to snip through it.
Yes.
And
swing.
Oh, you're
Who's
all
the rule breaker now.
Now all of you are little superheroes. Okay, great. None of you have the power to challenge a god.
April just holds up Mirror Force. Yeah, try us.
Oh wait, I've got a great. Wait, hold on.
I feel like we could come to a peaceful resolution to this. I just don't want people to get in too much trouble.
Group huddle, real quick. Just a quick little group huddle, just real quick. Just a quick group huddle.
I think I'm going to allow that, but also I think during this, Cinder just says I had the phrase in my head. Well, now I've just lost it. It just kicked in. Just something it's oh, if you're so certain that you can skirt the rules here, I promise. I won't be sending you straight to Primrose. I'm going to be dealing with you myself penally first. Mm-hmm. And now you can go to the huddle.
Yeah, so I guess April backs up into the huddle. And, wait, what? I was gonna do a thing.
Well, it's just that we do need information from that guy, right? I feel like we shouldn't be fighting her if we need that.
What if we can get the information from her if we beat her?
Does she have the information?
Asshole.
Are you how close are you to Victor in this huddle? Do you want to bring him in? Do you want to huddle around the box?
Sure.
What if we're next to the cage?
Why not? Okay, so here's my idea. I got an idea. All right.
Well, first, I just want to say, Victor, I had no idea we were trying to hunt you down. We need information against the Left Hand Society.
It's too late, Natalie. You've already betrayed him.
Wait, no, you guys. Do you guys need something that's like? Do you guys need something that's like in this place? I mean, like I've definitely sort of, I didn't mean to break any rules, but I definitely.
Branching path here.
Victor.
Listen, I've been around a lot of the places here. If you know, I could probably get you there too. I mean, I don't know if I can guarantee it, but like if you're looking for something old, I've been to quite a few doors that seemed like they had a lot of old information behind them.
I'd say we start with Victor.
Well, obviously, yeah, because Victor is way less of an asshole than Cinder. Now, anyways, Cinder is supposedly a god here in her little VR game, but she's definitely a big stuffy weakling IRL. Victor, do you know about like potentially where we could like access? Like, she's got to have like a personal pod or something. Do you know where that might be? Since you've been all over the freaking place, supposedly.
I mean, I guess in the server backup, there's probably a like IP or something for where she's connecting from. I don't know if going to her will be like time effective though. I'm guessing she's not. I'm guessing she's not in the arcade.
No, there's no way.
In all my favorite video games, they fight a god at the end. We can do this.
I think while you're talking, Cinder is just erecting more and more increasingly tall walls around where you guys are huddled up. And even just some extras beyond that. So it's like a little like Ultimate Warrior obstacle course. She's just like...
That's fun.
Alright, well, I guess our other option is to just cheese it.
I mean, we don't have to...
And then Yosef just starts running.
I do feel like I also do want to communicate that this is like TV VR rules, TV computer rules. She like is... You could fight her, even though she is an admin. She won't just ban you if you do that.
Oh, okay.
She has to ban you by doing weird computer wizardry
I mean, I assume
we
could we could...
Yeah, I assume this is...
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like... I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like the sense of like, oh, this is actually like... She could type your name into a field and then you're gone.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a branching path here where we could keep siding with the, you know, the admins, or we can side with Victor and he could get us to the same place.
Oh, obviously
So
we're
I
not
feel
gonna
like...
fight
Yeah,
that.
we're definitely siding with Victor.
What do you think, Alice?
Oh, we're siding with Victor.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Alright, consensus. Delicious.
All right, so are you guys gonna tail
is
it out
Victor's-
here? I think Victor actually says something even like that. It's like, I could probably try to. I got wall shadow. Like I can get us out of here. Okay. I think I'm not great at navigating these walls, but if you get me out of here, I can try and move us out of here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just checking, is she like riding on that dragon you were talking about? But like, is it currently up in the air flying?
Yeah, it's like hovering because it uses like a little jet propulsion.
Then, Natalie, do you think you can? Huh?
I was gonna say, as a player, I assumed that Victor was trapped in this box, but he's not. You're saying? He's saying he's not.
He's saying that like he could probably try to squeeze out of here, but he just didn't want to start trouble immediately. But he said it might be hard.
Cause like, yeah, what were you gonna say, June?
Get me up to the top of the dragon with trapdoor, can you?
I can certainly try. Sure, I'll try that. I'll try to make a trap hole for June.
All right, then beat the odds, and that could be either genius or biz. But I know you like to be bizarre. How bizarre?
Yeah, and I still only got a 6.
Do you want to push that?
You can re-roll.
Or yeah, you can help
I'm
too.
gonna-
Yeah, helping makes sense.
I can help you.
All right, roll
Okay.
to help Natalie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help by saying, okay, we're aiming right up there for the dragon's, getting up on the dragon's back. And I got a 8. Actually a 9.
All right,
to
cool.
Do
Which
that.
means that bumps it up to a 7. Which means You get to choose something goes wrong. You can either get a partial success or you can totally succeed at a cost.
I'm totally succeeding at a cost.
Okay. I think, what do I want that cost to be? There's a lot of things that are in danger here. Like, I could, I think what I imagine is, like, what happens is like, you get on the dragon's back, like, just as you intended, but Cinder just, like, before you can, like, sort of totally take control of the situation, Cinder's like, fine, and you hear, like, snap, and, like, Victor, like, in a split second starts to, like, shadow up and try to, like, go under, like, the netting to try and get out, but then all of a sudden the lighting of the net goes totally solid, and then he's stuck in there.
Oh, so I need to act quick. I'm gonna say, there's no way you're going to win this battle. We're going to take you down, and I'm going to raise Mirror Force and go in for the attack, and at the last second, slam down onto, like, into the dragon to reverse its thrust.
Oh, okay,
yes.
okay.
Shit.
So I'm attacking someone who doesn't believe that I can or will attack them. Do you think?
I wonder.
I don't know. Like, that's the question that I have with this Eidolon, where it's like, it's kind of clearly an Eidolon, but also, like, it's a tennis racket.
I think if you had just, like, hit her while you were standing neck and neck, but you, like, teleported onto her.
Also, she teleported. Yeah.
So which seems like an aggressive
some
move.
way to use quick draw.
Well, no, I was gonna say she'd be surprised. Like, she'd be surprised if she just showed up behind her to hit the dragon.
Let me look at quick draw.
When you use your Eidolon to attack someone who doesn't believe that you can or will attack them, I guess.
I know what
I
bet.
really
You know what? I give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you because I think she didn't know about Trap Hole. She didn't realize someone could portal directly onto her.
Or that Mirror Force is going to do what I'm trying to make it do right now.
Yeah.
So I doesn't know what her Eidolon do at all. So
yeah. So I'm aiming for a scrap.
Gotcha. All right, roll scrap.
That's an 8 + 2. That's a 10.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
Which means you so choose one of the following. You create an opportunity for your allies, can impulse them forward, impress, surprise, or intimidate, or take control of the situation.
I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies.
Cool.
By I guess it's more like taking control of the situation, because I'm going to by distracting her, allow Victor to free himself.
Okay, yeah, because she, like, isn't focusing, and then he manages to, like, find a hole.
That is what I want.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, I'm aiming to, like, send the dragon, like, plummeting to the ground, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it all the way there.
No, yeah, I love just this visual of, like, you teleport there, you said a cool line, right?
Basically ending with, I'm going to take you down.
Yeah. And then she goes fine and starts to, like, close up on Victor Omar, and then all of a sudden your tennis racket hits Firewall Dragon, which then causes, like, all of a sudden the gravity neutralizing boosters to go in the opposite direction, causing Firewall Dragon to, like, slam itself onto the ground. Not necessarily, like, causing pain, but definitely, like, Firewall Dragon has to, like, brace itself against the ground. And I actually think, like, Cinder doesn't, like, fall quite with Firewall Dragon. She's, like, she, like, lags behind a little bit because her coat catches the air, and then she, like presses a button. She, like, presses a button on her arm, and she makes, like, a little, like, fucking, like, holographic floating disc to stand on instead.
That's sick.
And she looks at you, April, and she's like, you know, Teddy, I'm sure, was more than happy to put up with troublemakers like you. But Teddy makes rooms. I make walls. And she's, like, starting to, like, raise up these cybernetic barriers, like, all around the field. And you can even sort of see she like starts to like pull towards her. In the distance, the reason why the sort of flow of air stopped is in the distance you can actually see like what looks like the sky has changed, like there's a lattice in the sky, is actually there is a giant box around the entire city, and she's starting to squeeze it down smaller and smaller.
I would like to say before April falls too far down, like as soon as Cinder starts floating and clearly not going to fall down with the dragon, I'm going to say Cinder is already in my sights, and I had hidden Crush Card Virus inside of April.
Okay,
oh, nice.
Reveal your master plan. Oh, and also as the opening says, Victor manages to like squeeze out of the box, and he's like, I know I don't like have to breathe in there, but it still sucks.
Okay.
Oh no,
well,
do you have claustrophobia?
I got a 14 to I don't know, like flesh tentacles fly out of April and grab Cinder.
Okay, yeah, sure. So what? Let me look at.
Yeah, we put on tentacles.
Plan.
I don't know. I guess they could be arms.
I think that it's like something where it's like you're giving like +1 forward to someone because you managed to like catch her with this.
Yeah.
Well, if you're holding her still, then I bet that Yosef could jump into the fray.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time for our Vanguard to come in with his big meaty fists.
I guess. I mean,
Yosef isn't into it today.
well, you know, I'm just.
I mean, it's up to you. You
I
can do
kinda
whatever you
consider
want.
myself a bit of a feminist, you know. Like, it's nice to get, you know, let the ladies get some punches in first. You know, I'm just, you know, thank you for softening her up
Allie
for me.
rolls
I mean,
her
you can get the
eyes.
You can always go for the dragon. I don't know what gender that dragon is.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, like, because if you hit an Eidolon, you're still hitting the. They both take damage. Like, they both
Oh,
share
I just
damage.
had a great idea. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I activate transmission gear, and I want to like jump really high into the air, and then do like a fucking like jackhammer drop onto like the dragon.
Okay. Yeah, so that sounds like I wonder, do any of your moves apply to that? Like, give that
Let me
a
double check that real quick.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay, rush down, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll rush the dragon down, even though it's kind of already down.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, you do that, and then, yeah, roll to scrap. And I guess if you want to, you could Bloody Knuckle as well, if you think you're doing this without regard for your safety.
Yeah. Oh, so I could do both?
That's about, like, yeah, I don't think there's any reason why you couldn't.
Okay, cool. Alright, roll on. Oh! Ooh! That is, that's 12. I rolled a 12.
Dang, okay.
For rush
Fuck
down.
yeah.
Alright, which means now you get to select 2 of the scrap options. Which, let me pull up those. So you either, you know, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or intimidate, or take control of the situation. You basically choose one of those you don't want.
Say that again?
You basically,
That
you just
bit?
choose one of those you
Choose
don't want,
two.
because you get 2.
Oh, okay, I just do. I don't need an opportunity for my allies.
Yosef, not a team player.
Yeah.
Because I got a great idea.
Mhm.
Or wait, actually, no. I don't need to impress or intimidate the dragon because I'm beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, you
So
know.
I take control and I'm creating an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. Do you want to sort of describe how you're taking control? You want to say, like, how you are top dog here?
Oh, I will tell you. So I do my big like jackhammer land onto like the dragon's chest
Mm-hmm.
and presumably knock the digital wind out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And while it's dizzied, I would like to get like a hold of its tail in my arms.
Mm-hmm.
And did you say I could also Bloody Knuckles this turn?
Well, that was Bloody Knuckles, which was to take the 2 of those.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I was doing Rushdown. Never mind. Anyways,
well, we said you did both for that.
Yeah.
But like it just applied to the same scrap action.
Okay.
But if there's anything else you want to say, go for it, because you went last, so you can take longer if you want.
Okay, because like my idea is I want to throw the dragon at Cinder.
Okay.
But that would be another move.
Yeah, so that sounds like that might be a big. You're gonna Solonge Bowser this dragon.
Yes, that is exactly what I want to do. I'm gonna Solonge Bowser this dragon.
So for right now, you're just spinning the dragon.
Yes, I'm spinning the dragon. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. No table talk. No table talk. Sorry, I just had a cool combo move idea.
No, you're good. You can table talk.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you want to use it for planning. Otherwise, you can put it in your cap if you want to keep it as a surprise.
Okay. Well, it's. I don't know if this is going to happen because it kind of involves Natalie. But I want to spin the dragon.
Something.
Well, you'll see in a minute. I want to spin the dragon really fast and then have Natalie open a portal, and then the dragon half goes through it.
Okay.
You're trying to cut this dragon in half.
I do need a surface to put the portal on. So like, where are you gonna throw it to?
Well, I'll do like a classic like I don't know.
We do have
like
a giant
I'm gonna swing the dragon around, and instead of throwing it, I'm gonna slam it onto the ground, which is like where the portal would be.
Okay.
This sort of sounds like this sounds like Yosef is scrapping and then Natalie helps.
Yeah.
To basically like increase the chances that this will do the damage it means to do.
Okay, so I'm just doing a help roll.
Yeah, if we want to I guess that makes sense. We can go Yosef goes twice and then we'll go backwards through the turn order because we can do whatever we want. So yeah,
Natalie doesn't really matter. So yeah,
I like to try and keep it even for flow, but yeah, it doesn't actually matter. So
am I doing a more of my own move, like beat the odds or something like that, or?
I guess I wonder. Actually, maybe I guess it could be its own roll because there's other things that could happen from the portal. I guess I want you to do a beat the odds plus biz to sort of determine some of the random outcomes.
Okay, yeah.
But then that'll also sort of be a help if the result is good.
So I got 12.
Okay, yeah, all right. So sounds like it's gonna. Yeah, you get to Yosef take +1 on this.
The idea of the other end of the portal be coming out of one of the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
It's like half the dragon sticking out of a building and half of it's going through the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I just wanted to say that. I don't like it.
God.
All right, so yeah, Yosef roll 2d6 plus POW because it's scrap.
Let's see what we got. 8.
All right, so that means that you're gonna take damage. Advance your damage track, because this is a pretty complex maneuver. To be fair, so I think when you're trying to get the tail, I think the dragon swaps you with the tail a couple times, and maybe kicks back at you. But you do manage to use transmission gear strength to swing this dragon around, and then just slam them into. I'm imagining. I think the way it's working, if you're going down into the hole, is you slam the dragon down like this, and then the top half of its body is where the portal starts. So when its body hits the street, the top half of its body keeps going through the portal, it gets bent over. And that is
bent over, yeah.
And that comes through a nearby building, and then just the portal sort of snaps away, and it's like an Eidolon, so it sort of stops it from getting totally destroyed by that. But you can still sort of get the sense that this little remnant of portal is shrinking down to an uncomfortable size and squeezing at Firewall Dragon. And Cinder is in sort of intense discomfort.
I want to kick it in the butt.
You do
like,
that.
Not
you do
like
that.
not
you
like
do
a
like
DM. This is like a flavor thing. I'm just
Yeah.
Kick it in there.
Cinder is like continuing to sort of
That was so sick.
Yeah. Cinder is continuing to like bring in the walls of this cage down, and is like all of like the skyscrapers that are, I almost said skywalkers, almost the further skyscrapers like further away from you, as the walls move like in across them, they get like cut like cheese by like the net shrinking around them. And then what do folks wanna, I think she's like hurt enough that that's sort of like all she's focusing on personally. But
April is trying to watch her like closing this thing around us and see if there's any way for like if there's any weakness to it, like that we can break it or something.
all right, give me an investigate.
Is April still like grappling her? Is that still happening?
Yeah, kind of like I kind of picture it since like the crossguard virus like created like arm connecting April to Cinder. I think April's just kind of dangling off of the side of the floating platform that Cinder is on.
Okay.
So investigate. That's a 4.
All right, not so good. And I think you're like, it's like a little too, it's too difficult to get like a bearing on it, because like this is a pretty effective wall, and it is like you have to like you have to like look at so much of the sky to try to like piece in the smallest detail. And
yeah, I'm gonna for a question that is going to that I won't like the answer of. I know some of these things. Oh, the what weakness can I exploit is what I was going to ask. What is the answer I won't like out of that?
What weakness can you exploit that you wouldn't like? Huh. I'm trying to think of how is that one negative?
What if the answer? I mean, the answer could just be there's no like the grate seems to be indestructible from everything that's being thrown at it, or there's like
I think a weakness you wouldn't like, because like this is something that is technically a weakness but won't give you a lot of faith in your situation, is that obviously Cinder is willing to take you all down with her because of how much power she has to recover here. So she is viewing this as a fight where she has nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Okay. So I think that April's just going to shout out, we need to deal with her quickly. She's trying to take herself out with us.
And then I think as you're saying that, from the nearby building that Firewall Dragon is stuck in, they manage to like break through this wall and then like sort of like break through the remainder of this portal as well. Like basically just like finish the teleportation by moving through the wall and breaking it, and is now like Firewall Dragon is now like high speed flying directly at I'm thinking trying to see who's like close together. I'm guessing probably like about where June is, just like Firewall Dragon is just like coming at you.
I have an idea.
I want to hit up Alice real quick because
Okay.
You were just like least recent.
Yeah, Crush Card Virus is right here as well, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. How high is April above the ground?
I was thinking like, I don't know, like 20 feet, maybe probably not even that high. Probably more like 15
It's digital
feet.
world, so we don't really have to care about fall damage too
She's
much.
15 digifeet.
Okay, fall damage. No, I'm just gonna...
Also, I could try helping her when she falls in my portals.
That's true. I was thinking like Crush Guard Virus could jump out of the arm and start just attacking Cinder directly.
So just like cut the rope that I'm dangling from and just like leave me to fall so I don't get eaten by the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm up for that. So like, Crush Card Virus is just gonna like leap up and like, how do you like, I guess like, wrap up Cinder?
Yeah, and like I don't know, bite.
Or do you think what if because Cinder and June are pretty Cinder and April are pretty close.
I suppose I could also bring April up.
I was gonna say you could probably try to maybe knock Cinder into the way of Firewall Dragon's attack, or vice versa.
I'm okay just dropping if
also,
you want to do it that way, but either way.
Yeah, I was thinking just dropping April and then Crush Card Virus just actually attack Cinder.
Alright, yeah. Then I guess roll to scrap. Or well, I guess Crush Card Virus could get hurt and you would get hurt. So I think it'd be scrap.
Yeah, I got a 8.
Alright, yeah, so that means that Cinder does get you back for that. I'm trying to think, like, what does Cinder do Actually, you know what? I think what it is while this... Does Crush Card Virus, when they're in the Eidolon form, look like the virus sort of thing?
No, it looks like a snake.
That's what
It looks like 3 snakes entwined around each other.
Gotcha. So yeah, then like the extra arm after it breaks off, I imagine just like turns into the 3 snakes and starts trying to like get at Cinder.
Yeah.
Sounds sick.
Yeah. You managed to like get some good bites on her with the snakes and like tangle her up.
Should I go with surprise? Or intimidate?
Like
because you were doing a scrap, right?
Yeah.
I think surprise wouldn't be a bad one. She doesn't seem like she's gonna be intimidated. She's like willing to die.
That's fair.
Yeah, look at your movie. Which one is?
We're fucking up her concentration's good, right? What were you gonna do instead of those?
Well, that was the one I was thinking of.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Alright.
I could also take control of the situation, but I think surprising makes more sense.
Yeah, I think if you surprise her, she manages to like the city the walls stop shrinking for a bit. And I think what happens, like where the damage comes from, is that this like scrap takes like longer than you anticipate, and the dragon does get to where Cinder is, and the dragon stops going full force and like swipes with their claw at Crush Card Virus and like knocks your Eidolon like off of Cinder into the ground, and that's what causes you to get hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think where Cinder's at. I know, Yosef, you had an idea, so I think we can jump back to you.
I had an idea. So here's a question: with the cage that's coming down, is there a roof to it?
Yes, there is a ceiling.
Okay.
I was just gonna suggest, if I could make a portal under April, would April want to use that momentum to do anything?
I guess it depends on where you're sending me.
Well, I'm asking you, like, I could send you back out of a dragon. I could send you into the dragon, but more as an attack. I could send you, with how much momentum you have, I might be able to send you all the way back up to Cinder.
I think I like the image of April falling into the hole and then coming out of the skyscraper that the dragon was stuck in before. If you're okay with that.
As long as you can land safely after that.
And like aimed at where Cinder and the dragon are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Doing a portal velocity or momentum switch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I'd like to do I know I helped the Miklig out, but that was Miklig's idea, so I just wanted to help. I dropped one of my dice onto the ground.
Oh no.
It's okay, I just have to re-roll that one. Okay, so I 10.
Dang.
Nice.
We got real hot dice in this group. Yeah, and so, or well, is that to help April?
Or that's to create the
That's-
portals.
That's the
I
create-
assume?
yeah,
yeah,
that's the create
that's
portal.
to like
Yeah,
make
so,
an
yeah.
opportunity
And
for
so, yeah.
April. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
launching
a good,
her out of the building.
Yeah, so that's like gonna give like +1 forward to April.
Yeah.
So yeah, the portal is exactly where you want it to be, which
Yeah.
means now April can follow up.
Yeah, April is just like diving almost like head first because she sees the portal open up, and as she like pops out of this skyscraper aimed directly at the Cinder, she's going to just like I guess get ready in a in a stance that she's going to like spike Cinder into the ground, I guess.
All right, gotcha.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, roll to scrap again.
Ooh, not snake eyes, but very close.
Oof.
Oh no!
Got a 3 plus scrapping is +2 plus the extra
Can
one,
you
which
push
is
it?
still a 6.
Do you want to
Can you
push
push
it?
yourself?
I kind of am okay with this being a failure.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I do, because we always stunt on our bad guys on this show. I think it's nice that, like, I think what happens is, like, Cinder, like, is, like, immediately, like, ready to put up her defense here. And she, like, actually uses the, like, disc she's floating on. Like, she, like, does a hand motion to, like, cause it to, like, stop being under her. And instead it's, like, attuned to, like, where her hand is. And then she, like, just sort of, like, grabs it like a plate and just smacks you in the head as you're moving at her, and you plummet
Oh, no.
like ass over tea kettle towards the ground and take a nice big hit. And that's gonna, advance your damage track.
Mhm.
And then I think Cinder would definitely say something here because now she feels in control of the situation for a bit. She's like, "Fools. I am the law here. There is nothing you could physically comprehend to do to stop me here." And she starts to, like, lift her hands up, and, like, Firewall Dragon is, like, ascending behind her, and it's just, like, gathering, like, a big, like, ball of, like, plasma and energy in its mouth, and the, like, jets on its wings are, like, pushing out even harder as, like, just, like, jets of flame start to, like, fill the air around it. And you just feel like this entire big box you're in is getting hotter and hotter as Firewall Dragon's, like, plasma breath is just, like, spewing ions into the air. And now, Yosef, what was your idea?
Okay. So how many people are allowed to help me?
Just
One person,
one,
but
yeah.
what are you
Just one?
trying to do?
But, like,
Well, I
we
wanted
could
to-
string things together if it makes sense.
Okay, because here's my idea. All right. So 1, Alice would put Crush Card Virus and give me, like, I don't know, like arms or like spike hands or some shit or whatever. Then I would have Natalie make a portal on the ground that would lead to the top of the cage. I would jump through.
Oh my god.
I would jump as high as I could through the portal in the ground, come out on top, and then deliver like a KO blow to Firewall Dragon.
We really have the perfect butt slam team composition here.
Right.
The portal
sure
ability
do.
is just so convenient.
It's really good. Portals are really
Yeah.
useful.
Portals are always you.
Portals are
now
cool,
we're thinking
too.
with portals.
I'm useful, Natalie says.
Natalie, you're always. Natalie, shut up. You're always useful. And you know what? To you, Cinda, shut up. Everybody hates cops. Shut the hell up.
I think what we can do here is I think we will do the sort of Natalie portal, then someone rolls with forward if the roll's good like we usually do, and then after that we'll have an independent scrap and or reveal master plan for Crush Card Virus, if that sounds
Hey,
okay.
does anybody want to come with me into Yosef? I can take me and someone else.
Yo, yeah.
Hey,
my
I wonder if you
God.
can pull. I.
Oh wait, no.
Crush Card Virus is near April because April landed on the ground.
Yeah.
I do have one thing I wanted to add because I completely forgot about one of the important parts because I wanted it to be like a team move with everybody.
Yes, I'm feeling the team move right now. Yes.
It's not me. It's not me jumping. It's like me jumping in the air and then coming down as fast as I can. So April hits me with mirror force. I go through the ceiling portal and then up to the ground and do a super upcut on the dragon.
Okay, like a Shoryuken.
I feel like we're just creating more and more like things.
We're creating more and more things that could fail, but if they work, they work really well.
I just want to say real quick. Do you guys understand how Trapple works? Because like I can't, like the entry portal has to be near me because I only have 10 feet of range. So I was thinking you would more like fall from the and do a diving punch into him.
Okay, that's
like I can't. Yeah, I can't just make a ceiling on the roof unless I can get up there.
Okay, but I'm
not
sort of
talking
thinking
about like the roof. Well, like it's not on the roof.
Ceiling,
it's on like the ceiling of the cage. That's
ceiling, yes. But I mean, like I think the ceiling's farther than 10 feet away.
Here's what I'm thinking now, though, is instead of having it be like the portal on the ceiling, now it's just 2 portals on the ground, sort of like...
Trapple does have limitations.
Yeah.
Yes,
where... And then...
Yeah.
April spikes Yosef into the closer one, and then comes out at the further one, doing the uppercut at Firewall Dragon.
That sounds good.
While Crush Card is
okay, great.
With them.
Good.
I will still fade away into Yosef.
Gotcha.
That's all right. Yeah.
Just because you can.
Yo, can we do something really cool here? Can I say like there is a special thing here where because Crush Card Virus is fusing into Yosef while transmission gear is like active, I want there to be like a polymerization thing going on where I want transmission gear to get like a Crush Card Virus makeover.
Yes.
Like a snake armor. Like
the helmet becomes like snakes, and like the shoulders get like more snake heads on them to keep the 3 snakes.
And there's 3 snakes. Yeah, exactly. Like
so
I'm imagining like a Power Rangers helmet with like a snake thieving on it. You know
and
what
I'm thinking,
oh shit! Hold on a second. I got the perfect thing.
And then we call this like the Crush Hydra gear.
Yeah.
Yes, Crush Hydra. Yes.
Crush Hydra gear. Now let's hope this works.
And yeah, okay, so then first we do the portal.
So whatever direction Yosef wants to be smacked in, April is willing to hit him in that direction.
Let's hope I can get my portal right.
I'm imagining Yosef goes up to April and is like, okay, April, hit me. And then just April just like smacks Yosef in the face, and he was like,
no hesitation
with the racket, with Mirror Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is that the smack, first of all, is just a smack because Mirror Force needs velocity or like force to like repel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I needed to clear my head for a second. That slap really helped me out. All right.
My portal, I rolled a 13.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I got an easy solution here. There's like a building or like a wall right next to us, right?
Yeah.
Skyscraper.
But I'm
gonna run at the skyscraper and then launch myself off the wall into Mirror Force.
Gotcha.
Simple as.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
And so now I think this will be so I think that's the help. So I think this will be like a scrap +1 forward and April roll to aid.
I'm rolling plus what is my tie? I'm playing. My tie is +3, I believe.
Dang. Oh.
Which is a full success.
All right. Cool. All right, so that means all right. So
you're at least getting a +1 for this.
Yeah. So +2. Okay. So 2d6 plus POW and +1 from help and +1 from forward from the portal being good.
I get +4. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like big episode ending move. Like Cinder is giving her like big speech of like all of the subjects of this world must learn to fear and respect me equally. If you cannot do that, there is no room for you here. And Theodore will not even know what happened to you. You will be my personal destruction. I am going to erase your new usernames from the database! And then describe what happens to her as you do this big Hydra Shoryuken.
Okay, so as I'm like coming up super fast, I want to just go like, shut up! And just fucking, because we're still aiming at the dragon, right? That's
fine. Either works.
Yeah, all right. And as I deliver like I don't know, like the super crush blow, and then I don't know, Alice, do you want to say how like crush card virus helps just beat the hell out of this dragon?
I think it's just constantly creating like new arms and fists to punch with.
Okay. Oh my god, it's like an Aurora, but instead of like punching, it's just growing out of him. Oh my god.
I guess. Do you want to also roll? So cool. I feel like I'm willing to take whatever now because I feel like we did this so well. I don't think you have to roll because I don't think you have to save this. This was done perfectly.
I'm imagining you like slamming the dragon's chin up into the fireball it was making, and it's like fucking going off too. Like the shit.
It swallowed the fireball.
I'm imagining. I'm imagining I'm trying to think of like a fighting game that does this. Trying to think of like a fighting game that does this where like you Shoryuken and then you like repeat it to like keep them in the air, but like each of those repeats, I think Beowulf does that in Skullgirls or something. Each one of the repeats is like one of like a metallic mercury like snake head coming up the arm and then like opening its mouth and then like hitting the dragon in the chest with its fangs, and it does that like 3 times, and it like just and it just like creates like this burst of plasma, like plasmatic energy that like rips through the dragon's chest, and then just like this like screen of light goes up from the crack, and it creates like a symmetrical crack in the big box that was descending around you, basically splitting this whole cage Cinder was making in half. And then you hear like Cinder like gasp, and she like freezes and floats in the air for a second, and then she sort of starts to glitch out, and then she just disappears. And I'll say it's because she woke up. Like, the pain of getting hit was good enough that it knocked her out of the simulation.
No, we definitely killed her in real life because we killed her in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I do want to say, does the dragon explode when it dies?
I was thinking it was almost more of a melancholy thing where like it's like frozen, and then it like goes like luminescent, and then it like all the little pixels and voxels just float away in the breeze because the box is gone, and now the air is moving through the virtual area again. The wind is blowing, and it takes the dragon with it.
Okay, well, Yosef is landing and walking away from the dragon as if it had exploded.
Maybe it's still sort of like as it's deteriorating, like it goes limp and falls apart, and when it hits the ground, it crashes into all these like glittery, glassy voxels.
What? Yeah.
And,
I was thinking oh my god. And then, okay, so, Alice.
Yeah, I just sort of like peek out and like I'm resting my arms on your shoulder, and it's just like the upper of my torso.
All right, so this is all in Alice, get the hell out here. We gotta do like the Predator handshake real quick. That was fucking badass.
Let's do it.
Let's do the Predator handshake.
Hell yeah! Like, just boom, clasp the hands together, big ass fucking like flexing, like yeah, we did that.
Yeah. So I think you all are up on the track now, right? Where you were doing.
We all are.
Yeah, everyone's there.
April was down on the ground though, so like April now like struggles to climb up the side of the track and just like like you see one hand with the mirror force like reach over the side, and like now she's like panting and like just on like kind of like crawling, like trying to catch her breath.
And I just want to say, like, so we're on a raised highway in the middle of a half destroyed city, right?
Mhm.
So Natalie clearly just says, "Oh well, that ends well, right?" Which is
Sure,
not a
it's all
good
digital anyway.
I think like
Yeah,
Victor comes up.
Credit a handshake.
Victor comes up. He has like the
That's Victor,
generic
yeah.
like his arm is like on the side, even though he's like not that bad hit. He just like was too dazed to really help in the fight, and he's just like, yeah, I'm sure the engineers aren't gonna have much trouble putting this place back together. We should probably obviously
wait.
great work, everyone.
It's-
I'm really impressed, but
Well, you should be. We did what you definitely could not do.
Wait, how's Victor's crew?
they were like running down the stairs to get here because they don't have any useful powers.
Yeah, if we didn't
That's
take the
good.
trap hole at the very beginning, we would have had to like be waiting that entire time to get down here.
And the whole fight, they were just running down the stairs. I like that.
Actually, Precinct does have knob and pull. Maybe in like one of the destroyed buildings, you can see like an exposed door that like she opens up and they all come out of. Just like, this one's close, I guess. Hey, Victor, should we like log out? This doesn't seem like a cool place to be anymore. And Victor's like, yeah, I'll get out of here and I'll meet up with you guys. I just got to do one thing for this crew here.
Cool. We should probably go though. So, do you have a way to get us out of here quickly?
Yeah, and I think he like takes you all. He does the infiltrator move where he like takes you into wall shadow, and he slinks you away. And I'm gonna probably zip this along just because it is sort of late, and I do want to get to the little bit of exposition here. So yeah, he definitely takes you through like some back alleys of the dystopian area with shadow wall to zip you through very quickly, and then eventually like takes you to like some old like warehouse district where like there's like a basement, and in that basement is just like what looks like an office, like a generic office room, and then there's just like a door that says R&D on it.
So, I'm gonna let Victor go ahead a bit, but I'm gonna pull, April's gonna pull Alice aside, say, hey, you okay? It didn't look like you were doing too great in that duel.
I wasn't. I should have lost there. I was going to lose if Cinder didn't interrupt us.
But you
Yeah,
didn't.
you didn't lose.
Sorry, Mickling, I'm trying to do like a, hold on,
Yeah,
like
that's
a,
right. Yeah, you're doing a thing. My bad.
yeah, so like, but you didn't lose.
But
Like,
I did.
You're good. You didn't lose. You still have a perfect record. You're gonna win the tournament.
But I lost. I know I did.
It doesn't. Like, I know that you're the best. Like, you can actually win if you try again.
Maybe.
It's okay. Like, you have. I believe in you. You can definitely win if you can beat Victor. You can be. I'm struggling to remember what her name is. The number one champion.
Cassili.
Yeah.
Yeah, Theodora.
Yeah, you can beat Victor. You can beat Cassili.
I don't really know if I can anymore.
Why do you actually want to? Why do you want to be the best, Alice?
That's all I've ever known to try to do.
Is there anything? But there's nothing like that's actually like. Hold on, how would April like say that? Like, you don't have a. What's actually pushing you though? Like, you seem so driven.
I'm a winner, and what I do is I win. And if I don't have that, then I don't have anything.
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. You know, in the first tennis tournament that I ever won, I cheated. And, I decided that from then on I was only going to win, because if I ever lost, then I would completely... I would have wasted that that first person that I ever beat by cheating. It would have meant that it was all for nothing, that I ended up hurting them for no reason. Have you ever cheated?
I haven't cheated. All I've ever done is won. And I don't want to start now, but I don't know if I can win without it.
I want to help you win without it. Like, I don't want you to... I don't want you to stain your record.
Well, it's clear you have more confidence in me than I do. All I've done since getting on this island is lose.
Before April says that's not true, I'm trying to think if that is. Have you actually won a duel at this point?
No, I have not.
No, Natalie and Yosef, I think, are actually... Natalie and Yosef each have one. Does April have two?
I beat Nero Collapse and...
You were in the 2v2.
And the duel, the tag team with Natalie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I guess I did win that poker thing. I guess I did win.
Sort of like a game. Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
April's gonna say, well, it's not over till it's over. You're not out of the tournament. You can still win.
I guess I'll just have to believe that Cinder stopping the duel was just a good luck of the cards, or a good draw of the cards.
You know this game better than anyone I know. I think that whatever the other those other two have, you'll come back and you'll be able to bring back whatever you've got in your deck and hit them harder than before. And I don't really have anywhere else for that conversation to go.
Yeah,
so
that sounds like a good way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Like, we get the sense of like Alice like walks away from the conversation, but like you can tell, maybe she's processing some of that. And now I think we are going to the office with the door that goes into R&D. And Victor's just like, from what I can tell, this is a pretty plain area. I think this is where they just stashed away the old R&D backup, so we can go in and look. And I'm imagining it's going to be hopefully as straightforward as everything else here. And it's just like, when you go in, it's just like a single room with like a really big filing cabinet.
Who knows what we were trying to find?
Information on the Left-Hand Society and who their benefactor is.
Someone who has been moved a large amount of money from Shuffle Island out into this organization. So anyone from like the R&D department moving a large sum of money would be the biggest red flag of what to look for. And I also think this is like crucial enough information that like if you roll to investigate, I'm gonna give it to you no matter what, just because we're here and I think you earned it.
I feel like we haven't. There would just be a montage of them looking through files.
Yeah, like you'll find it eventually. The investigate would just be like more stuff. Yeah.
I have an idea of a cool thing though. Mm-hmm. I like the idea of if these are just like normal filing cabinets, or they look like it. April opens one up and finds just like normal dusty files, like looks through them, and decide like after closing it up, she thinks again and like this time opens it up with her left hand, and the files are different.
Oh yeah,
And
I thought you were gonna say it was gonna do like a Bruce Almighty where he pulls it out and it keeps going for a long time. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the
Left
the
click,
trick
right
that
click.
to finding the information out the left hand society. You open the file, the drawers with your left hand.
Wow,
Alright.
like anyone who's left-handed would just foil them immediately.
Yeah.
No, the left-hand society has definitely got to be all the left-handed people in the world.
Alright, so I think how this should do is...
Wow, we're demonizing left-handed people in this. I can't believe... We're gonna cancel this podcast. I mean, stream.
coming out against the Sinister Society. So I think what we should do is whoever has the highest genius, which is actually Yosef, should roll to investigate, and whoever is closest with Yosef at the moment should aid.
Who's closest to Yosef?
I have +3 with Yosef.
Best buds.
Sure.
That's how I describe it, sure. So yeah, Yosef, roll 2d6.
Get my stats together.
Yeah, roll 2d6 and add your genius.
Well,
Oh, and then yeah.
that might change it. This might change the narration a little bit before, but I failed.
I got a 9.
Okay. So yeah, that
Don't
means...
worry, April. I would have succeeded even if you did succeed in helping.
All right. So then, so that means you get to ask me one of the following questions: what's hidden here? What happened? Actually, since there's enough of these, I'm just gonna copy and paste these. You can also see them in the rules thing, but you can. I just putting those there so you can immediately see them.
Oh, who's in control?
Who's in control? As you're sort of looking through the R&D department's old papers, you feel something shifting in your pocket again, like something like there's a little tiny animal in there that's really agitated.
What's that fucking eye?
Yeah, you take out the thing in your pocket, and it is the little eye buddy that led you to Victor, and now it's saying like, I would highly request you refrain from looking through these personal files. Oh yeah, that's right, it does a breathe-in voice. I would highly suggest you turn around. Leave the files alone. Never return here.
Why?
There will be consequences.
Well, at least tell me what kind of consequences so I can, bull rush through.
Do not disrupt the order. Do not disrupt the order. And, while it's the little thing, like, sort of starts to, like, freak out, and then just all of a sudden, just random files, instead of having words on them, now just have a picture of the little guy with the hat on. He's just, like, erasing the text on him, and then he's just replacing it with a little animated gif of him freaking out, and he's replacing more and more and more of these files. And yeah, you just crush him, and he cracks like an egg.
Or like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
The nerve of this.
Ew!
And that happening is my answer to who's in control.
Okay.
And, but you do, in your investigation, you find, someone in the old R&D department, took out, like, maxed out, like, 3 months of budget before immediately disappearing.
Oh. Well, there it is.
Someone who don't have a name?
His name was Sullivan DeHart, and it says that he had, and when it says like his like personal laboratory like address, like where his like PO box is, it says like Shuffle Island Castle basement floor -2.
Interesting.
So, I guess summing
wanna,
up,
like-
this Sullivan is the person who stole funds and brought them to the Left Hand Society.
It doesn't seem like there is actually like a ton of information here about him, but that is definitely he's like everyone else took out like normal's amount of money for like the research and probably expenses, but he absolutely just like took out a massive amount right around the time that like right around the like I imagine like probably maybe I didn't voice it, but I think Fionn could give you a time frame when the Left Hand Society began to emerge, because they did dealings with them to get some of the Eidolon cards. It fits that time frame.
Would I be able to do a vibe check on that name and dredge the undertow?
Yeah, dredge the undertow on Sullivan.
We got here. Oh, just an 8.
Okay. When you read Sullivan, I think there's like a picture in his file, which is like definitely like a scan of a black and white photo, so it's like really low quality. But he feels he feels familiar to you. You get like this sense that maybe you've met him before. You feel like you get the sense that like he's still watching you.
I think that man is the eyeball guy.
But the eyeball guy is the one who invited us to Shuffle Island, right?
Yeah, he's the one in charge.
Have I seen the eyeball guy since getting to the island, or was it just getting that invitation?
You've seen, he was on the cruise ship, and I'm trying to think, I've tried to like pepper his appearance here and there, but they're also, on the cruise ship you actually saw more than one. You saw one with like a different hat color too. But yeah, they've been never like a ton in one place, but you were invited, and you've always sort of seen them here and there.
It's just like mixed with like maybe that's meta knowledge, but like
yeah, that's
based on the vibe check that I got, and Miglig's like answering to who's in control here, and the fact that I feel like I've seen him before, but like I'm not sure where, and it's based off like an undertow check. I don't know. That's just my theory. That
yeah, I think that's like we get like
guy.
You could get like a little like as you like look at his picture. And, like, I think I'm only telling you this because of, like, that sort of, like, that assumption you're making. I think you're, like, getting, like, a little, like, almost like a weird flashback of, like, you look at, like, the little crushed-up ping-pong ball eyeball guy. Which, have I told you that guy's name yet or not? I don't know if it's, like, a spoiler.
No.
His name is Shape Snatch.
Okay.
Which, I just want to say that because I'm tired of saying eyeball guy, and I don't think it's a spoiler to say his name.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, it's not your fault at all. It's
not your fault that, like, you just don't get any opportunities to say the names of these Eidolons very often.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't want to totally spoil what they do, because the name can say a lot about what it does. But, you know, he took the shape of this ping pong ball, he took the shape of the papers, he's Shape Snatch.
Oh! I'm looking at a picture.
And he is very literally Shape Snatch from the card game, which is a totally useless card that it lives in my head rent-free.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just put this dude in defense mode and hope that he does anything.
Yeah, and just like as you're thinking back on your time here on Shuffle Island, you just, you know, get the would you kindly like flashback as you just see like every once in a while in the crowd or in the tunnel of love, you just see one of these eyes peering at you. And yeah, it says something like, you know, he didn't like just like go on like vacation either. He wasn't discharged. He like was doing a ton of work and then disappeared and extracted like all of the funds from his island. And I think there's even like notes here about like we tried to contact like his family and they didn't respond, or like they didn't know where he was either, like even when he did get in contact with like friends or stuff that he could reach out to. But it says like right there his lab was under the Shuffle Castle, which is where Primrose is holding the finals.
Now we have to go to the Primrose Castle. Shit.
I mean, we're trying to do that anyways.
Oh well, all right then. The two birds with one stone.
Yeah. I guess also we should tell the guy who asked us to do this the information.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also kind
it'll
of
be
fuck
real
him.
fun.
Yeah, we don't have to
that's
tell him
true.
anything.
Fuck that guy.
Like, we didn't want him
We
to die,
saved
but
his
also, like,
life.
we don't like him.
Yes, he doesn't know it. We don't owe him anything. We saved his life.
Besides, it seems like maybe this investigation ain't done yet either. Like maybe he'd just be like, okay, go investigate that lead now or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
he totally would. Oh, you're right, disembodied voice. God dang it.
Yeah, you're conscious.
It's almost like we've reached the midpoint of the campaign.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool. That's a
Release
cool
some sort of
scene.
rising.
I like that.
But yeah, I think that's like that little realization can be the end of this week's episode of Eidolon
Yeah.
Shuffle.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to advance any ties?
Well, Alice and I should push a tie back to 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also if anyone has levels ups, and also don't forget anyone who messed up any rolls, get your experience for fucking up those rolls.
Yeah,
I did.
Keeping track of that.
Cool.
I got like 3 experience from fucking up rolls.
I think I'm still need to level up my character from a previous level up.
Um,
I don't think I advanced any ties. Debatably Victor? I guess I could advance Victor, but...
Oh yeah, if you want to say you have a little chance to talk to Victor, we can sort of have it like, we can just have it real quick. Because I think we can fit that in sort of like...
I can't think of
tangential to the
anything
episode.
right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind starting the next episode like that.
Yeah. We can like put
Yeah,
that on hold, and we can like have that scene and then fit it in wherever we want to. Maybe like even like at the start of the episode, we'll just say maybe it was after or maybe it was before the end of the episode.
Okay. Yeah,
And I think there is like, I think also another thing like before like the end of that, there probably is like a thing of like Victor's like, all right, I gotta go because they're looking for me here now too. But Alice, we're gonna finish that duel.
We will.
And don't, I know you're feeling a little beat up, but it was close. I bet it was closer than I think you were thinking it is. I was scared too, don't worry.
But I think I've grown a bit, and I think I'll be strong enough to take you down next time.
Yeah. Cool. And yeah, that's another thing to hover on. Also, Ava's thoughts. I think just the crash limit was a little too high in the duels. I think that's what I need to tone down to make it a little better paced.
but I think my tie with Alice is at least until I reword it maybe a little bit more, is I didn't know Alice's confidence could be shaken as much as it has.
Mm-hmm.
And my new tie with April is more like me than I ever thought.
Cute. Alice is like, wait, sports game? Like card game?
Does not make sense.
I'll do like tie advancement also next session, but I wanted to say I got 2 new ones for. Actually, I got new ones for everybody.
Yeah, don't forget to give yourself an XP for each one that you advance.
Okay. Oh, so okay. I thought advancing was like the reset.
Well, you get an XP for both. Like just
Okay.
Yeah, going from like a +1 to a +2 gives you an XP.
Okay. Cool. Anyways, for Alice, Alice has excellent armor sensibilities because fashion's very important to Yosef.
Mm-hmm.
And being to be like a Hydra robot was super baller. With April, the moves you did in the fight were very impressive, and April is daring as all hell. And honestly, with Natalie, Yosef is getting a little scared with how good she is at the portals. Like that's some OP shit right there. But that's what I got for my Tice.
Cool.
Yeah, and I was thinking, Yosef and I make a pretty good team, and Victor is stronger than I gave him credit for.
Just one quick level of question. That means we get to advance one stat, right?
You have
Or
the
pick a
option
new
to
move.
advance one stat, or yeah, pick an advanced move.
Okay, cool. Hanks.
I did level up, and I did change my -1 biz to a 0.
Cool.
Hey.
That probably will help in duels.
Because like, I felt a bit bad, but it was just like the thing of like, when I was thinking about rules, I was like, yeah, you know what, getting lucky is really the sort of core of what Yu-Gi-Oh is, ain't it? But I've immediately made some patch notes. I also I added a way to get a buddy card a little more consistently by buffing the fetch move.
Yeah, that's probably the best one to do it with.
Yeah, so now, before fetch was just like a way to generate shuffle points. Now it's like you get a choice of summon a buddy or get a shuffle point, and if you get 12 plus, you get an additional shuffle point in addition to whatever you chose for the first effect. And then also, I think I'm just gonna scale it so so opponents are a little weaker, because I found the crashes are a bit tougher than I was expected. So now, like, before it was like 3 was the standard crash, and now I think like 2 for the standard and then 3 for tough enemies will be a bit better.
Yeah, should probably be 10 plus instead of 12 plus.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a oops.
Yeah, different like game systems have different like points for that.
Yeah. I think the reason why it was 12 plus, because I think that was from when shuffle points were a lot stronger.
Like, there was a point where we were saying, okay, on a 10 plus you get this, but on a 12 plus where you're like getting a super like good move. Anyway.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game, everybody. That was a really good episode. I had a ton of fun with that.
Fun.
I think we did a lot of cool shit.
It's anime as fuck.
It was so fucking anime. That like last wombo combo move was beautiful on all fronts. I'm so glad that it worked out. It would have been really funny if we failed, but I'm glad we beat the shit out of a big dragon.
I can't
April
believe
is just throwing herself into dangerous circumstances with only a tennis racket. We
really made a team with. We didn't mean to do it. This team has some of the best synergy of any team I've ever like DM'd for. Where it's like there's something for every phase of the attack.
Like, Trap Hole and Mirror Force are very good, like, redirecting things. So, like, it just, like, if we have a bowling ball, which is Yosef, we just get to direct it to go wherever we want.
Yeah, you have a bowling ball, you have a way to create momentum, you have a way to double or redirect momentum, and you have something that makes it so your bowling ball grows a second bowling ball the moment it hits.
Yeah, I think ultimately what has kind of made it such like a balanced team is all of our powers are kind of general. Like they are very general with it. Like they sound specific, but they have basically unlimited kind of use. It's just limited to our own creativity.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things about this game is that you can just make up a power and then come up with neat ways to use it.
That is one of the fun. That is one of the fun things of like DMing this game is I get to come up with so many powers.
Yeah.
And I do hope, maybe I am a little hopeful that whenever we try out like 2.0 of this game, maybe I'll get to be a player for it. Depending on if folks wanna take the DM reigns, even if just
we gotta give the forever DM a break from being the forever DM.
It's true.
it's only the kind thing to do, especially with how fun this game has been.
Well, if you want a game of just 4 really good sessions and then just sliding off into like procrastination and not following up on anything, that would be what you get from me DMing.
Wow, same hat.
I mean, okay, that's the thing though. Pretty much I've only ever finished one campaign of like a tabletop RPG in my life, maybe. Like, I'm trying to think, or at least like one that I've run.
Every single game I've ever run has gone 4 sessions. They've been 4 good sessions, but 4 sessions.
And I mean, stories don't gotta finish, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, I have an idea for an Eidolon campaign, but I also don't know if I'm in the right headspace to GM anything.
Yeah.
But maybe I would have the time, because, yeah.
I think that's like
I don't want to say it on air.
What even is the thing? What was I gonna say? I do like.
I mean, I'll just go ahead and say, because I've said it like in the Eidolon Discord before, if I were to GM an Eidolon game, it would be Eidolon Techno, like for a Digimon game. Basically Digimon.
Hell yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I think
I don't know.
The joke I've always come up with for like if I was gonna do the music thing, I would do Eidolon dance music, so it would be EDM for shortened.
I guess I'll say I really want to do Eidolon Arcade, where like everyone has a video game named after Eidolons.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Like it's part of some kind of like death game thing, where like you just accidentally get. It's kind of like the world ends with you, but Eidolon.
It's like Nick Arcade.
Sure, Nick Arcade. I've never seen Nick Arcade, but we had Video and Arcade Top 10 in Canada.
Okay, I think I need to go for the night.
Yeah, I'm getting zoning out too.
Right.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Ava's brain short-circuited there on screen. I could see it.
No, the issue is like I started thinking about like Canadian game shows for kids, and it made me think of Uh-Oh.
Uh-oh, yeah?
Uh-Oh was great.
Uh-Oh is great, and the fucking like the co-host is a gimp who throws slime at kids.
Where did you learn about Uh-Oh?
I watched it. I've just watched it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it aired in America.
I don't know if it aired in America. I watched it with like friends of mine, like with the Retspray community. Uh-Oh TV show. I wonder if I could stream that on Twitch at some point.
I mean, it's all on YouTube.
Yeah, it is all on YouTube. Shit, we could stream Uh-Oh.
You could definitely stream
Uh-Oh. I've actually there's been a lot of like Canadian TV I want to stream. I want to stream some Galador. I want to stream Télé Français, and now I want to stream Uh-Oh. Can we stream the Red Green Show? He seems like he'd be cool. I don't know
Maybe.
if they're not owned by a big company, so like they'd probably be chill.
I think they're owned by the network in Canada.
Yeah.
I feel
what are they gonna do about it?
Yeah, us Canadians, we're just fucking weak bitches. You can do whatever you want.
Anyway, we should stop this stream, but thank you so much. Again, these honestly, you're probably, if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on YouTube. So come over, follow me on Twitter at Avagardra, AVAGARDRA, to know when streams are happening so you can catch these live, because these are a ton of fun. And also, if you follow me on Twitch, it means I get more followers, and that's a number that matters, I think. Also, you should tell 74 of your friends about it and tell them to watch the streams regularly, because then I would get partnered. And everyone have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Good night.